family? It's your brother YT. Wake 'em up, back at it again with another video. Let's talk about people quitting their corporate jobs for no reason other than for mental health reasons, because they don't want to be burnt out no more. It's been detrimental to their mental health and to their health overall. So people are letting those jobs go no matter the pay. We're talking about high-paying corporate jobs, not just any corporate job. The ones that many people would, they might unalive somebody for. They would unalive for it. I can't say certain words, but they're KILL for it. But listen, family, you already know what to do. And if you're brand new too, thumbs up this video so YouTube can push this content out. Smash subscribe to join the tribe. And ring the post notification bell as well. And look, y'all, I just moved, so don't talk about my white background. I know y'all be like, I hate the white background. Hey, simplicity is key. But listen, family, let's get right into it.
So I quit my job and I don't have a backup plan. And you're probably thinking, why the fuck would you do that in this economy? And you're so right for that. I honestly just woke up one day and I realized I don't want to work in an environment like this anymore. It's not good for me. It's not good for my mental health. And I've kind of put up with this for a bit longer than I probably should have. So I walked out. I'm proud of myself, actually. Well, I gave 5 weeks, of course. But then I walked out.
After 2.5 years, I quit my corporate job in Seattle. I quit basically because I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I still had to do some meetings, which was so irritating because I was over it. After I met up with someone to get free coffee for the last time, next thing I knew, it was time to return my computer and badge.
All it takes is for one little bitty thing to go wrong at work, and I start drafting up that resignation letter. You will not play with me. I will be looking for another job on your clock. You trying to get me to do a lot of things that's not under my job description. But I don't see where you're bribing me with the money part. And don't try to be cryptic with me like, if you do a great job on this, I don't know, maybe I can speak to Bob. That don't sound very convincing, my boy. Do you got the connection or not? Because if you don't, then I'm wasting my time here with you. Don't make me think that this is about to be the leg up that I need. Which higher up you said you were familiar with? Oh, Rebecca. Okay. That's funny, because Rebecca got fired 6 months ago when I reported her. Stop lying. I'll be right on the clock looking at Indeed and LinkedIn. Yep, I know some jobs that'll get me in by tomorrow afternoon. Have you ever seen me sell knives door to door? They be ready for me. Drop of a dime. Them people calling me back to the streets. And y'all want to get flipped with me? I'm finna put it. I ain't even putting in that notice. For half a millisecond now, I was going to be the bigger person. Psych.
Have you ever seen me sell knives door to door? Now, that's something you got to have a hustle for. Matter of fact, I know somebody that was in the door-to-door space, selling door-to-door. And he actually just gave that up for online income, making money online. That's a tough one. He said it was tough. People was pulling out the Glockies on them and everything, But yes, there are jobs out there, but the ones that's out there, you got to be equipped for. You got to be built for it. Something like that, you got to be built for rejection, a people person. And at the same time, you also have to be prepared for the unexpected, because you never know what's going to happen. When you knock on somebody's door, you don't know who's answering that door and how they going to react to you knocking on that door. That's all I'm saying. But if you feel like the job is not for you, if they don't serve you, they don't deserve you. If they're not for you, then go ahead and call it quits. I'm not going to tell nobody to do nothing other than what they want to do. I'm not going to be the person that's going to say, no, the economy is so bad, don't quit. I said that before. I said that on previous videos, but everything is not for everybody. If you feel like it's time to go, it's time to go. Only you know how you feel. Nobody else. That's all I'm saying. But in this economy, yeah, it's hard to find a job. Just make sure you strategically plan before you quit. You do everything the right way so you're not in a worse situation. That's all I'm saying.
This is why I quit my 9-to-5 corporate job that gave me good benefits and a rent discount to become a full-time server. First of all, let me just put it this way. I was supposed to finish out my 2 weeks. I only finished out 1 week of those 2 weeks. On Thursday was my last day. I worked as a server Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Within those 4 days, I was able to pay off any late bill that I had due within that past month from that job and not being able to afford it. I was able to pay off the next month's worth of bills and also pay off my credit cards completely. So, starting off strong, the money. If you are a good server and you know what you're doing and you're in the right restaurant, you can make bank. Now, I'm not saying that to stay a waitress or become a waitress for the rest of your life. No, but I am saying that there are nights where I come home making $70, $80 an hour. On bad nights, I'm making $25, $30 an hour. If my car note is due tomorrow, we're gonna go pick up a double. Another thing, if I don't want to work, I don't have to. I'm going to drop the shift and someone will pick it up. 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. I still have my full day. I have my full day. I can do whatever I want. I get off when people are going on their lunch break. Like, I mean, I have been so much happier in these 2 weeks that I went back to serving full time. Now, yes, on my body, it's a little exhausting. But yes, that is why I quit my full-time corporate job to go back to waitressing. If you're thinking about doing the same and it's heavy on your heart, do it. Who cares? Who cares what people think when you say you're a full-time waitress? They don't see the days where you're coming in from 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. and you're walking out with $700-800 in your pocket. Who cares what they have to say?
Happy new beginnings, y'all. I just want to get on here real quick and say that it's been 1 full year since I left my corporate job, and I wanted to get on here and basically give an update of my year of being an entrepreneur and prioritizing my business. So when I first left, there is a video pinned on my page. I was just over it. I was over being around people that constantly had power trips. I was over getting up every morning and doing something that I didn't love and putting money in other people's pockets other than my pockets. And I put a same-day resignation letter in, and I left my job. Of course, I was scared. Of course, I didn't know what was going to come out of it. Of course, I was anticipating something that I did not know would come. So I just wanted to come on here and just say how my year was. My year has absolutely...
So it's been about a week since I quit my corporate job, and something that's been super interesting to me is how tired my body has been. Like, it's been to the point of sleeping 10 to 12 hours a night, and I don't think it really resonated with me how tired I was working this corporate job over the months and how my body just needed a rest until I finally let myself totally relax.
Hey guys, I'm Brittany, and I just quit my job. I truly feel like I'm gonna be fine because I trust God and I trust the process. And mind you, I've never been in this situation before. I have always had 2 or 3 jobs at once since college, and being in the real world for the past 5+ years has its ups and downs, clearly. And so right now I'm just looking for a new job, and I'm excited for this future. I don't know what's in store for me, but I welcome all things good, and I trust God's path for me, and I know I'll be okay. So if you are going through this too, I feel like there's a lot of people who are in a period of transition. Just know you're not in it alone. I'm in it too, and I'm trusting God in this, and I want you guys to know that we will be okay, and I look forward to the future. And yeah, here we go.
If you went to college, let me ask you this. Did you go for a field that you actually enjoy, a field that you love, a career that you love, or did you go for monetary gain? See, that's the problem. A lot of people are in fields that they don't enjoy. They're not doing work that they're passionate about. They're not doing work that they actually want to do. They decided this was a good career for me because it had a good paycheck attached to it. And now we see there's no good paycheck attached to any career. It's a cap. It's a level that you can reach, which is just above broke. J-O-B, right? Now, with that said, if you're doing something you enjoy, then I rock with you. I feel like that's the best thing you could do. If you do a job that you like, it's like you're not working. That's what people need to get to, because everybody's burnt out. Everybody hates their jobs because they're bouncing job to job, doing tasks that they're not even built to do in the first place. Their lineage was not built to do that. Your lineage might have been you were a farmer. Your ancestors were farmers. You're skilled in that area. A lot of people go to jobs they're not even skilled at. They have to learn how to do the job, and when they learn to do the job, they might just say, yeah, I can do it. But do you want to do it? That's the real question.
If you're seeing this, I just quit my job and finished out my 2 weeks and without a full-time job lined up. Many people would think it's crazy quitting a job in this economy without a job lined up, but I just knew that this was the right option for me. This was a long time coming, I feel. I just didn't want to accept or come to terms with the fact that I just was not in the right place for me. And at the end of the day, I was in an environment that was stunting my growth as a person, which I feel is more important than where I'm at career-wise. This is coming from someone that I would say I'm kind of scared to take risk, and I'm very much a person that craves stability and just kind of being in control of my life and always knowing what's next versus just going with the flow and putting full trust in myself that even though I'm uncertain about the next chapter, that I'll be okay. I feel like this was super big for me. If you know me in my personal life, you know that I'm a very scared and anxious person. But I feel like now I'm almost 30 and I feel like I am in my midlife crisis stage, and if I'm going to, bet on myself and do something unconventional, I should do it now. Even if though this economy is not the best, the job market sucks, and many people probably think maybe unwise for quitting a job without a backup. I just feel so free. I'm super scared for what's next, but I'm excited to rediscover myself and figure out what my next step is.
Change doesn't happen without change, so I finally decided to bet on myself. My name is Trinity. I'm 24 years old. I quit my full-time corporate job with no backup plan. As a first-generation Asian American, I was always taught that stability and financial security always came first. Due to this mindset of always living in scarcity, I struggled with my identity. When I first graduated college, I no longer had this student identity. After several months of working part-time, I was finally able to secure traditional Xcape, which is a full-time corporate job. For a while, I convinced myself that I wasn't on the right path. I had this big girl corporate job. I was successful. I had it all together. I didn't mind commuting 3 hours a day in LA traffic because I thought that's what everyone was doing as an adult, right? I was more attached to the idea, the image of being busy and productive, not actually to the work itself. But in reality, I was losing the things that made me feel like me. I started my fitness journey maybe 4 years ago. Gym has always been my safe space. Things that I used to love to do, needed to do to take care of myself just started to feel more like an obligation. The gym was the one thing that I was always disciplined in. I always wanted to show up for. Once my passion for the gym started to slip, everything else followed. I found myself becoming the kind of person that would make excuses, making myself a victim of my circumstances. The guilt of wanting to leave stability, just having a paycheck coming in every week, it made me feel very, very guilty. After all, my parents sacrificed so much, so it felt like I was just tossing my college degree, 2 years worth of hard work and dedication away. And for context, I worked as a recruiter. Sometimes the work that I would put in every day simply was not enough, and that really ate away at my confidence. Asian parents never pushed me to become a doctor or a lawyer. They ultimately just wanted me to be happy and be healthy, but I felt like quitting would just be a disservice to them. With my mental health, physical health, state of my room, to finally love myself enough to make a change. And so I quit. I definitely don't have all the answers. I'm starting to think maybe that's the point. Money should be about trying, failing, figuring things out as I go. Instead of asking myself, what if it doesn't work out? I'm asking myself, what if it does? If you've ever felt stuck or behind in life, this is your reminder that you are not alone. And for the first time in forever, I'm consistently journaling. There's this quote that I wrote, and I'll be honest, I found it on TikTok. How lucky are we to breathe in the air of a new day and know that it's ours to make the most of? Let's live our life rather than watch it pass by. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope to see you next time.
Why am I leaving my high-paying corporate job is probably one of the most common questions I get when I tell people. And it makes sense because corporate is like the American dream for a lot of people. It's usually high-paying, etc., etc. There's one really big reason why I'm leaving. I mean, there's many, but there's one big reason, and that's because it is stressful as hell. It is so bad for my mental health and is so triggering for me that I have been miserable in my jobs in corporate for a really long time. And it took me years to find this level of confidence in myself to say, I'm miserable. I don't want to do this anymore. There's got to be something better out there for me. And I'm ready to figure out what the heck that is and pursue it. So I'm taking the risk and leaving my job to figure out what that is. I'm just sharing to inspire, but to also be inspired by you. So join along, follow, like, comment, post. Tell me why you don't like corporate America, what you're struggling with working in corporate. I'd love to learn from you, get to know you. So hope that you'll join the community and be along for the ride.
And I want y'all to do just what she said. Drop it below. What is your career? Do you enjoy it? What career do you really want to get into? What was your dreams? You know, when you were a kid, what did you think you would be doing? And are you doing that right now? If you're not, then that speaks volumes right there. Don't give up on your dreams. It's never too late. No matter what nobody say. Oh, you have to do what you hate to do get to do what you want to do. You know, whatever the saying is, sometimes you have to do the things you don't want to do to get to do the things that you want to do. I don't agree with that. I feel like if you have a plan B, then you already planning to fail. You should only have a plan A and focus on plan A. It has to work or it has to work, like Nehemiah Davis say, entrepreneur. That's his saying, right? Meaning, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep going no matter what. It's a roller coaster ride. Yeah, it's ups and downs. But through those downs, I'm going to stay at it. I'm going to stay, of course. That's how I feel. That's how a lot of people feeling. So it's not about the money. It's about peace and peace of mind. People want peace of mind. There are people that are taking pay cuts for peace of mind. Others might be like, well, why would you do that? It's not for you to explain it to them either. It's not. Drop it below in the comments, man. Are you doing work that you enjoy? If not, how could you start to do that? What's a job you would want to work, no matter the pay? As long as you can make enough to sustain yourself, because everybody is just sustaining themselves right now. Nobody's really flourishing. Nobody's living a prosperous life. Everybody's burned out. Everybody wished they had a different job or was doing something else. So if that's the case, let me get this right. Went to college, a lot of people, to do a job that you hate. And you have student debt. You're going to work this until you're 67 years old. The life expectancy is 70, I believe. When do you really get to enjoy your life? At that age, you can barely move around. You might not even have your mind. You might have Alzheimer's. So where do you get to enjoy life then if you follow this blueprint? Most people don't. They might be alive, but they're not living. Let's focus on living. But yeah, family, drop a comment below. I appreciate you. I appreciate y'all. If you made it to the end of the video, drop a comment saying prosperous life. Prosperous life. If you don't know how to spell it, go to Google. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. It's your brother YT. Peace. Shalom.